I couldn't even find it. That's how far it's dropped for white. Oh, and Praggnanandhaa has really lost the thread of the game. We could feel it slipping away from him really ever since he went knight f5. But things have gone from dubious to bad and now to worse. Let's check into that game to see how bad it has gotten. This is the live position. A4 is Praggnanandhaa's last move as he tries to chip away at Black's very impressive pawn phalanx in the center and on the queen side. Let me make one thing perfectly clear, Robert. As good as this might be objectively, Black is far from out of the woods from a practical standpoint.
Yeah, the king on g8, it's a bit lonely over there. The g6 pawn is tender. So let's actually make a careless move, like rook a to b8. I'm defending my b5 pawn, right? But after a takes b5, a takes b5, there's rook takes b5. I'm distracting your queen away from the g6 square. And if your queen takes the rook, down goes g6, queen g7 next is checkmate. So Black does need to be very careful. There's already a big threat in this position of capturing twice on b5, which means that Black very likely should make a move like rook d6, sliding that rook up to give that pawn another defender.
And by the way, there's another vicious trap set by Pragg. Oh, I blundered the fork on d2. No, I didn't. Queen c3, and there's another mating square on g7. The tables turn here instantly as Black simply loses the knight on d2. But this is child's play. These are tactics that Parham Maghsoodloo would see in a bullet game. He still has right about 24 minutes on the clock. Rook d6, it's not an easy move to play, but I really think it makes Black's job so much easier because it takes the weight off of Black's queen, enabling Black's queen to supervise the queen side and potentially even, in some cases, jump into e3.
Wow. Yeah, the e3 square could be juicy, could be one that Black's pieces go to. But that g6 pawn, that's really where the attention is for now. So the question is what to do about the b5 pawn. Do you push b4 yourself? You're mentioning queen e3 ideas at some point. Of course, we take care of g6. But do we push b4? That way our pawn is safe and sound. Do we play rook d6, defending the pawn with the rook? So that way the queen is free to move and maybe queen e3 to follow. So I think Parham, I want to say almost spoiled for choice in the sense that there are a bunch of options that look very promising for him, but he does need to be very careful. Make one slip and suddenly your king side falls apart.
What really hurts Prague's attacking chances here, assuming Parham does not stumble in this position, is the fact that there's no place for the rook. The rook it can't move up to f4. There's a pawn there. It can never go up to f3. So all that white really has are his queen and his dark squared bishop, and perhaps indirectly the rook on b1, which could contribute with the deflection. But if Black plays b4, rook d6, then that rook is canceled out. Maybe you could try an eventual rook b3, but White's position is also on the verge of falling apart. I mean,